Seneca, one of Rome's most powerful men, once wrote a letter to a friend. He said most people are dead long before they stop breathing. Not dead in the way you think, dead in the way that matters more. Seneca believed that most people don't actually live their lives. They spend them on other people's demands, on distractions, on the version of themselves that exists only to be busy. And the strange part? 2,000 years later, almost nothing has changed. We just call it something else now. Autopilot. No time. Seneca had a word for it too. He called it occupati, the busy ones. Not because they were productive, because they were absent from their own lives. Quick context, because it matters. Seneca wasn't a monk in a cave. He was one of the most powerful men in Rome, advisor to an emperor, immensely wealthy, constantly at the center of politics that could kill him in a single bad afternoon. He wrote his philosophy not from comfort, but from the edge of catastrophe, exiled once, forced to take his own life later, on the orders of the same emperor he had mentored. This is not advice from someone who had it easy. This is advice from someone who watched how fragile everything actually is, and built a mind that couldn't be shaken by it. He wasn't perfect. His wealth and his closeness to power were criticized, even in his own time. But that contradiction is part of why his words still land. He wrote about restraint as someone who struggled with it himself. In his essay on the shortness of life, Seneca makes an argument that still lands like a punch. He says, it's not that we have too little time, it's that we waste so much of it. We end up acting as though we have too little. Think about how a single day actually goes. Hours lost to things you don't remember by dinner, conversations you didn't want to have, scrolling you don't remember starting, worry about things that never happened. Seneca wasn't talking about hours stolen from you by circumstance, work you didn't choose, people who depend on you. He was talking about the hours you do control and quietly let slip anyway. Seneca's argument is brutal in its simplicity. Add up only the hours you were truly present, not distracted, not anxious, not performing for someone else. For most people, that number is almost nothing. That's what he means by dead, not the body, the years. Here's where most people misread Seneca. They hear this and think it's nihilism, some ancient guy telling you life is meaningless. So why bother? It's the opposite. He's handing you a weapon. If you accept that most of your hours can be lost without you noticing, the only response is to start noticing, not in a frantic productivity app way, quieter than that. He asks a question that's still uncomfortable today. How much of what you did today was actually yours? Not your jobs, not your phones, not some imagined audiences. Yours. Seneca didn't just diagnose the problem. He gave a method. First, audit your attention, not your time. Ask not what you did today, but what you actually experienced. The gap between those two answers is where your life leaks out. Second, stop borrowing tomorrow's anxiety today. Most of what drains a day never happens. It's rehearsed in advance for free by your own mind. None of this works as a substitute for rest or for help when the exhaustion is real and not just noise. Seneca's method was for reclaiming attention, not for pretending the body and mind don't have limits. Third, and this is the one people resist, say no to things that cost you presence, even when they look productive. Seneca turned down opportunities most Romans would have killed for, specifically to protect his ability to think clearly. Busy and alive are not the same thing. He knew that 2,000 years before anyone called it burnout. So when Seneca says most people are dead at 30, he's not being cruel. He's making an offer. If most of your hours can be lost without resistance, then the few you actually claim, fully, attentively, without performing for anyone, Those are the ones that count as living. You don't get more time by demanding it from the world. Where you actually have a choice, you get it back by refusing to hand it over so easily. Not everyone has the same room to refuse, but within whatever room you do have, that's where it starts. He called this sufficiently alive, not busy, not productive, alive. The question he left Rome with is the same one he leaves you with. How much of today was actually yours? Seneca wasn't writing for everyone. He was writing for whoever was willing to stop, even briefly, and ask the question. If you made it this far, that's already something. This channel exists for that kind of attention, not louder content, just the kind worth staying for. If that's what you're looking for, you know what to do.